Okay, guys, it's time for the net.
Good evening. This is Kilo Romeo 4 Echo Yankee Foxtrot, the Metro Richmond ARES net for a Thursday, July 30th, 2026. Your net control station this evening is AR4EYF. My name is Dave, and I am the net control station this evening. If at any time during this net you should need to relay emergency traffic, please use the word brake, and the net will yield to your traffic and assist in any way we can. Metro Richmond ARES is part of the ARRL and the Virginia Section ARES program. This net meets weekly on Thursdays at 1900 hours on the 145.430 repeater. The purpose of this net is for training and announcements for the amateur radio community, with an emphasis on emergency communication. We ask for all participation states to follow standard net procedures that will be used during an active emergency net. There is no requirement to be an ARES member. All amateurs who are within range of this repeater, regardless of location or affiliation, with proper license class, are invited and encouraged to participate in this net. This is KR4EYF with the Metro Richmond ARES net. Now some general housekeeping before we get started with check-in. This is a directed net, which means stations must be acknowledged by the net control station before proceeding with comments or discussion. One feature of this net is the discussion of the day. The discussion of the day is intended to be a way to learn more about amateur radio, emergency preparedness, and general safety. So we hope everyone will participate. The topic of this week is
Nothing.
Have you participated in amateur radio public service events? If so, what did you learn from that participation? I will be taking check-ins in two groups. First, mobile and portable stations. Second, all other stations. When checking in, I only need your call signs slowly and phonetically with proper ITU alphabet and your first name. I will get your location and receive signal report when I call back for comments. If you are an ARES, Skywarn, or MCOM official, please identify yourself as such. Let's get started with check-in. Are there any mobile or portable stations wishing to check in? I need your call sign slowly and phonetically and your first name.
This is November Alpha 4 Alpha X-ray, name is Larry, located in Sanson, and I'm operating portable.
Good evening. Are there any other mobile and portable operators that would like to check in this evening?
Nora, November 4, Papa, Oscar, Zulu.
Very good. And now we will move on to all other stations. I will now need your name, call sign phonetically, so please call in now.
This is November 3, Mike, Juliet, Charlie. The name is Mike.
This is Whiskey 4 Romeo Tango Hotel. Bye. In and out.
This is Kilo Romeo 4 Charlie Bravo Alpha Mark. I'll also be in and out.
This is Kilo 4 Oscar Whiskey Uniform Chevy Glen out.
This is November 2 Juliet Delta Hotel.
Net control, this is.
N2JDH, may I have your first name, please?
Roger that. Alpha Nancy Delta Romeo Echo Andre.
All right. Any other operators that would like to check in this evening?
I'll try again. Net control, this is. William, Kilo, 4, Alpha, Romeo, X-ray.
This is November 4 Whiskey Lima Charlie Bill.
This is
Come on now.
Kilo Oscar 4 Charlie Papa Echo John. In and out.
This must be a right-handed hook. Yep.
Okay. One more request for anyone that would like to join the net this evening. All right, very good. The control operator recognizes NA4AX, N4POZ, N3MJC, W4RTH, KR4CBA, KK4OWU, N2JBH, K4ARS, N4WLC, and KO4CPO. Any corrections, or did I miss anyone?
N4CT, Norway 4 Italy, Charlie Tango, Bob and Glen Allen. I will be in and out.
Dave on the call for John. The final character is Echo. It's Kilo Oscar 4, Charlie Papa Echo. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, we will now get started with your comments. When I call you for comments, please provide your location, a received signal report, and any comment. And now moving on to N4POZ Nora. And tonight's topic for discussion is, have you participated in any amateur radio public service events? And if so, what did you learn from that participation? Nora?
Hi, Dave, and thank you for being at control today, and hi, everybody. I'm located in Richmond in the Bird Park, Carolyn area, and I'm using a Buffon handheld, and I don't have any experience with ARES. And so that's all for now. Thank you, and for feedback to you, Dave.
Thank you, Nora. All right, now, N3MJC, Mike.
Good evening, Net Control. This is N3MJC. The name is Mike, QDH, Mechanicsville, County of Hanover, Commonwealth of Virginia. Like, you got reported a little white noise, but you're coming in just fine. Yes, of course I have. When I was back in New Jersey at my former call, Kilo Bravo 2, Romeo Hotel Mike, I was net control for ARES Racy's events when we did the MS Walk and a couple other events in the Camden County area. I was the eye in the sky. I could do it right from my bedroom. And I remember in 1996, I remember in 1996 I was net control. I think it was for an MS Walk, and my dad brought up breakfast for me. And this was even when my mom was sick with multiple myeloma. It was the bone cancer, but he came up, brought pancakes and whatnot, and he said I sounded very professional on the radio. So, excuse me, that's about it. Hope everybody's surviving the weather. It's certainly been interesting the past couple of weeks, to say the least. All right, good job, Dave. Thanks for your time and consideration. I will turn it back to Net Control. This is November 3, Mike, Juliet, Charlie. Back to Net.
Well, thank you very much for your participation in public service events, Mike. Sounds like you really had an enjoyable time there. Now we're moving on to W4RTH, who is in and out, and then KR4CBA, also in and out. So now that brings us to KK4OWU, Chevy.
Yes, KK4OWU, Chevy. I'm here in Glen Allen. Dave, you're doing a great job tonight. I have been involved with public service, both down in Texas and in Virginia. And Jim, PKR, with the planning and execution for the marathon and the 10K. And there's a lot more that goes into it than people realize, but it's still a lot of fun. Let me grab a nickel. And as far as one thing I wanted to remind everybody of is the radio day is going to be at the Keystone Truck and Tractor Museum, August 8th, 10 to 2. And it's a great museum. It's right off of 95 there in Colonial Heights. They not only have a collection of antique trucks, tractors, engines, and transportation artifacts, but there's also a collection that Kathleen K5HTZ put together have antique radios and oscilloscopes and everything else. We'll have live radio on the air. They've got a great snack bar with a big menu. Check out their website, but come join us. Rastic will be participating in RARC, and it should be a great time. Saturday, August 8th, from 10 to 2. That's about all I got. I got my 10 inches of grass cut today, so I got something done. Other than that, I'm good. 73 is everybody. Thank you, Dave. KK4OWU.
Well, thank you, Chevy. As usual, you are a plethora of information, and congratulations on getting your lawn cut. So now we're going to move on to N2J DH Andre.
This is N2GH, here in Henrico. Everybody signal is wonderful. Like you said, just a little white noise, just a little bit. As for service, I think back about like 4 years ago. Which is not enough time. But I did races, Army Mars, I lost track after that. But I did reapply for Army Mars. We'll see what happens. I mean, keep doing as much as I can to help out. Anyway, let me sit back to that control. This is NCGH. Great job today.
Thank you, Andre. And I'm glad to see that we've had some participation out there, because public service events are probably one of the highlights of amateur radio experience, because that gives us live, hands-on practice for emergency preparedness. And now we're going to move on to K4 ARX. William.
Yeah, no problem. KR4EYF, K4 ARX. Had some different experiences. I'm going to stick with one. Time and again, during football season at the University of Georgia, I volunteer with the Athens Radio Club and the American Red Cross, and we congregate at what was known as the Sanford Stadium back then, and we would man some of the stations there amongst the crowd. We'd have platforms that would overlook above the bleachers. You'd look down towards the field like anybody else, and for the most part you can watch the game and the halftime show and whatnot, get some enjoyment out of that. But sometimes you deal with the people in the crowds, and I think the biggest draw from that particular experience was how you deal with people and their reactions. Deal with a lot of drunk people, a lot of panicked people, angry people, happy people. You deal with lost children, all sorts of things. There's a couple of drunk tanks, they call them, special stations, one on each side of the stadium. I believe they're both in the basement. And there's net control up in the press box where they can see everything and coordinate with everybody else, with the university police, local police, state police, fire department, EMTs, whatnot, and the Red Cross. Some of the things you learn down in the drunk tanks, they're not just drunk people, unruly, that come in and they have to take a break. These are, late summer, early fall games. So what we're experiencing is fatigue, heat exhaustion, again, the drunk people. And sometimes it gets kind of messy and disorderly. Sometimes it gets kind of gory. There's injured people that come in, got to patch them up. They'll leave in an ambulance for one reason or another, or in a police car. It just depends on the situation. But you're dealing with lots of people, and you're learning on the spot, right there, how to deal with people in different certain scenarios. Again, lost children, you got to find the parents, and it's a pretty good place to have a raised platform or a particular meeting location that somebody can come find a lost child. So there's all sorts of things that you can learn from just participating with the Red Cross or whatever group that you're working with, a crowd full of people. Back over to you, Net Control, K4 ARX.
Well, thank you very much, William. That is an outstanding story, and ever how true, because you can be as professional as you are, you can be as great as you are, but when you're thrust into real-life situations, you now understand what it takes. And if you can handle screaming kids, drunk kids, brutal kids, rampant adults, then by God, you're doing great, and it's a great way to learn. So thank you, William, for that. Now moving on to N4WLZ, Bill.
Good evening, Dave and everybody. Out here working on some stuff in the backyard. I've tailgated the truck, going through a bunch of reels I've got, fishing reels. Tomorrow I want to make sure I have couple extras for helping hang an antenna tomorrow morning, and I got a couple of them that are a little bit short. I got to find some more line to put on those, but I think I got enough. I'm just popped the car open, and I was a little bit late, so I think the comment of the day is regarding doing field work, service work activities. Myself, I've done the Special Olympics 3-4 times, I believe, marathons, 10K, and then the MS bike. Done that twice now. And each time it's always a little bit different, similar but different because things change. But it is rewarding, and it's a good thing we do those things because that's what art of amateur radio is about. Fine job, Dave, and I'll say 73 to everybody, and for WLC back then.
Thank you very much, Bill, and good luck with that antenna installation tomorrow. I'm pretty sure Nora will appreciate it greatly. And now we've got KO4 CPX in and out, NANTC in and out, and that brings us to the bottom of the list. So I'm going to take a moment now, and I'm going to check back out and see if there's anyone else that would like to join the Richmond Metro Net. This is KR4 EYF with the Richmond ARES Metro Net. Anyone, please call in now.
Kilo Oscar 4 Romeo November Hotel Ron Senior William loud and clear in and out.
This is Kilo Oscar 4 Kilo Alpha Delta Randy in Western Henrico.
This is Kilo Romeo 4 Mike Charlie Bravo. Michael.
All right, one last request. Is there anyone else that would like to join the Richmond ARES Metro Net tonight? Please call in now. All right, the net control station recognizes KO4 RNH, Ron in and out, KO4 OAD, Randy, and KR4 MCB, Michael. Checking now for any missing or corrections, please.
Into JDH recheck, and Randy's call is KO4 KAD.
Thank you. All right, the topic this evening is, have you participated in amateur radio public service events? If so, what did you learn from that participation? And we're going to start with KO4 KAD, Randy.
KO4 EYF, KO4 KAD. Good evening, Dave. Thanks for picking the net up. Yeah, I just got in from work. To answer the question, yes, I have. I'm a big 10K marathon. I've done that a couple times. I think it was the first marathon, half marathon, they called it, up in Ashland. Worked that event. I'm sure there's been some others. I can't recall off the top of my head. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I always learn something, and it's great to show people what we're capable of, what our skill set is. And yeah, it's always fun. Hey, thanks again for picking up the net. I'll turn it back to net control. 7-3 from KO4 KAD.
Thank you, Randy. Didn't mind tonight at all. And now we're moving into our final person of the evening, KR4 MCB, Michael.
KR4 UYF, KR4 MCB. Good evening, everybody on the net. I am in far eastern Hanover County. Everybody is loud and clear. As far as public service goes, I have not done anything ham radio related with public service. I hope to do that sometime soon, but as of now, have not done anything. I will turn it back over to net control. 7-3, everyone.
Don't forget Andre was rechecked.
I am now going to take care of other local ARES and MCOM nets that are called during the week. On Monday night at 1900 hours, the Powhatan ARES net meets on the 147.315 repeater with a positive offset and PL of 74.4 Hz. Also on Monday night, the Goochland County MCOM net meets at 2000 hours on the 147.270 repeater with a positive offset of PL 203.5 Hz. On Tuesday night, the Dinwiddie County ARES net meets at 1900 hours on the 147.390 repeater with a positive offset and PL of 74.4 Hz. Also on Tuesday nights, the Chesterfield ARES net meets at 2100 hours and is called by David, KN4LQN, on 147.360 repeater with a positive offset and does not require a tone. Also on Tuesdays, please check into the Chesterfield County's ARES WinLink net. More information is available at the ChesterfieldARES.us website. On Wednesdays, all day long, you can check into the WinLink Wednesday net by sending a WinLink message to David, KN4LQN at winlink.org. On Wednesday nights at 2000 hours, the Tri-Cities Incom net meets on the 147.390 repeater with a positive offset and PL zone of 74.4 Hertz. All right, I'm going to make one last call for check-in. I'll need your name and call sign solely and phonetically. So if there's anyone who would like to call in for final comments, please call now.
And to JDH recheck.
Go ahead.
KO4KAD with a recheck.
Go ahead.
Everyone, this is where I'll get on the next time. I'm a former member of the American Legion Amateur Radio Club that is no longer around. Being a part of these nets, being a part of these clubs is very important due to the fact that we have low numbers and new members. I just want to put this out there so we try to recruit, we try to stay involved. That's all I have, 73.
All right, the second recheck.
Yeah, this is KO4KAD. Sorry if I doubled. I just wanted to put out there for anybody still listening, we can always use net controllers. If anybody's interested, send me an email at my call sign, Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Alpha Delta, KO4KAD at gmail.com. We currently do have a slot open for the rare, but it does happen 5th Thursday of the month. Dave actually obviously ran it tonight, but his slot is the first Thursday, and we don't want to overload anybody. So anyway, if anybody's interested, shoot me an email, KennethScale4KAD at gmail.com. Back to Net Control 73.
Thank you, Randy. Well, as we're coming to the end of the evening, we've had a total of 14 check-ins and myself. Right now, I will proceed to close the net, but before I do, I would like to thank all of those stations who participated and the stations that stood by to give us time for this net. I would like to thank the MRA group for the use of this repeater. The Metro Richmond ARES net is now closed, and this repeater is returned to regular amateur radio use. 73, everyone. This is KR4 EYF clear.